I'm going to show you how to do what I am calling modified I-cord. As far as I know, I came up with this, but it is highly possible someone before me came up with it. For the limbs, all the patterns in 50 Yards of Fun call for the magic loop method on a long circular needle, but you can also do these small circumference projects using 2 double-pointed needles. So, start with a double-pointed needle, and just slide it through however many stitches the pattern calls for. Don't actually pick them up and knit them like normal. For this example, I am doing 4 stitches, which will be half of my total stitches. Once you get your stitches on the first needle, grab a second double-pointed needle, and working one round up, do the same thing. 4 stitches on the needle. On all the patterns, modified I-cord or magic loop method, you want half the stitches of the round on one needle and the other half on the second needle. If you have done magic loop method before, you can see this is similar but 2 needles without the cable. So to get started, join in the yarn, get yourself set up to knit, and just go ahead and knit those stitches like normal. This first round can be a little tricky, especially if you're a tight knitter. If you prefer, you can knit all the pieces separately and sew them on later. But it does get easier the more rounds you do. At the end of the first needle, flip to the second needle, just like you would with magic loop method. And do the same thing, knit normally across all those stitches on the second needle. Normally when using double-pointed needles, you would use 3 to 4 needles to hold your stitches and the 4th or 5th needle to work the stitches. In this case, we are using just 2 needles to hold the stitches, which is part of why it might feel tight at the start. You just work the remaining stitches, and now you will continue to work the arm or whatever part from here as called for in your pattern. At this point, I have knit a few rounds, and I'll show you what it looks like at this point knitting. I'm knitting across the first needle, and then I just go ahead and flip around to the second needle. And you can see how much looser and easier it is to knit at this point. And that is how easy modified I-cord is.